We wanted to host a small event, mobile event, which is mostly informal, as in we're focusing mostly on technology and on speakers who have experience and have something to tell us, show us, teach us.
I would really encourage you to get into reactive programming because you can easily expose signals, expose streams of data from your view models, and then in your views basically grab them and observe them for changes and apply changes instantly to the user interface that you have in your application. It's really a great thing to be working on.
When you think about that architecture, focus on the model first, because you want to enable future optimizations. Certainly for parts of your code where you think you might be using or have large data sets, incremental processing is really, really helpful.
It's fairly simple to work with ARKit, and the learning curve for ARKit is not that high. And the cool thing about ARKit is it's going to be available in millions of devices. So while it might not be as powerful as HoloLens, it's going to be in everybody's pocket. I invite you to, if you have an iOS device, download any of these apps and you can play around with them, and hopefully it will inspire you to build something different with ARKit.
Everyone complains that there's not very much information about core data, and there's not very much information about instruments, but actually there's a ton of it. The problem here is that we're downloading the same 5,000 things over and over again. That's a waste of data, a waste of energy, and also, using up our CPU. So if we could just modify the API to only give us, say, the 100 items that changed, then now things are way back down to, I don't really need to do anything anymore.
When we actually initialize the object from a generic class, we should provide that concrete type, in this case, fine. If we create and try to initialize object without providing a concrete type, compiler in Suite 4 works really nicely and tells exactly what the problem is.
Now we will be talking about asynchronous programming, and especially asynchronous programming in Kotlin with coroutines. And it allows us to run multiple applications at once. You can offload some tasks to the background thread to do some heavy computation, to access, to load some data from the network, while your UI reacts on the user actions and so on.
Okwe is a Kotlin-friendly wrapper that it's written around Android APIs, and it has a lot of very nice features that will help us to implement our Android application very, very easy. The main advantage that you will see very fast is that it's really, really easy to learn because of its narrowed scope.
Kotlin test is actually not a library, but it's a testing tool. It provides our own assertions, but you can also use others libraries for that, and it works very well with Android projects.
I'm going to show you how to write unit tests using Kotlin. Take Kotlin and then write unit tests.
Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you for those who showed up for both days.